everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Giants going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's get out to Dallas as we say hello for the first time to our brand new commentary team for 2016. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Manning now on first down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And New York set to take the field. And 10. Here's Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him the mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go to Elliott again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Romo. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Romo, a delayed give to Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. Here's Romo now on 2nd down. On the left side, he finds Beasley. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now Elliott. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. So good for the Buckeyes last year, and he's taken that from the college game, showing some glimpses of it here in the NFL.
How about his last season with Ohio State? Over 1,800 yards.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Well, that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. To throw is Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it, taking it about the 36. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They keep on the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
Second down following the run. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Back to throw, Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Romo here on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Cowboys are going to get a 1st down.
And there you go. Tony Romo to Des Bryant. That often serves as an electrical charge for their offense.
And a warning to the defense, beware.
Yeah, that's the first one of the day. You have to figure there's plenty more to come.
So they're operating in the red zone. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Romo. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He's still barreling through. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Romo. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Romo complete to Jason Witten. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Manning now on 1st down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Stays on his feet. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. One man in the backfield, Elliott. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That one goes for 24 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Manning. Cruz has it over the middle. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. On 2nd down, here's Manning. A screen here to Vereen. Ooh, with a juke. Shreds the tackle. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And Manning keeps it himself. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5, maybe you think about the field goal there, but on 4th and 1, this is a way to tell your offense, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. And sure enough, they're going to pick up the 1st down.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
And those 1st downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Into the red zone now. Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham from 21 yards away. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Tony Romo on first down. He's got time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
2nd and 10. Romo once more. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. Now they go screen. It's complete. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a 1st down throw. Romo. He'll rifle this. It's caught inside the 25. They get 31 yards that time. And it'll be 1st down, Cowboys.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
On 1st and 10, Romo. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Romo. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. On the sneak, it's Romo. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Romo, and this is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Jason Witten, the intended target. And that's going to make it 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Beckham. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Manning now on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is Elliott, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
On 1st down, Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The 20. A gain of 39 that time.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Shift together here from the D-line. To throw is Romo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw on second down is Romo. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now Romo on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And did it get there? Yes. Boy, he didn't get much of that at all. He tucked it just between the crossbar and the left upright. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw, it's Manning. Going left side, and he's got Donnell. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Great job, D. Great job. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want that. You don't want that. Get out of here, baby. Right. Time right, time right. You got more. You're under.
A shotgun snap for Romo. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Giants.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Fresh set of downs here. On first down, Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Manning, able to find Harris, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Manning now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Eli's going to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
One man in the backfield, Elliott, and they'll give it to him here. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Romo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seven yards remaining here on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Romo. Complete to Jason Witten. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And another reception by Jason Witten. All reliable for Tony Romo. You know what they say, partner? Once you get your first 1,000 catches, it's all gravy after that.
Yeah, one of two tight ends. He and Tony Gonzalez in the 1,000-catch club in the tight end department. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Manning going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's caught. Shepard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 1st down, Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Giants a 1st down. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns. Just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know. Pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
Shane Vereen, the intended receiver there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
A dump off to Vereen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. This is Shepard on the catch. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Victor Cruz, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for two. Eli's going to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Romo gives to Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Romo hands to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Romo now to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Always good to see Romo go back to his old staple, Witten.
There's no better friend for any quarterback than a really trusted tight end. You stand the great sight lines for the most part, passes right in front, able to deliver, and Tony Romo and Witten, they have...
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, it's Elliott. And he will lose yard. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Now it's Romo. And he fires one, but incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, a 3rd miss of the game right there. By rights, they could be high and dry right now, but instead, this is still a ball game. And defensively here, you can't let this affect you. You've got to go out and do your job, not worry about someone else's. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock. Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity. They'll look to throw. Larry Donnell, the one he was trying to get it to. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh? Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess. Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk. But incomplete on that try. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. A gain of 4 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6. Expecting pass all the way. To throw is Manning. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now. You know what that generally means? Success. That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too. Everyone dialed in. Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one. And such a close game, a very big one. Now Manning. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough,
That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. To Vereen out in the flat. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And a Week 1 victory always feels good. Starting the season off on the right foot, very important.
And what does every coach preach? Being 1-0 each weekend, especially on opening weekend.
So for the Cowboys, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it'll be a loss in the debut for head coach Ben McAdoo. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.